such a shame that in this 21st century and in 2026, we are still seeing these ugly things happening in UNIBEN. Just yesterday, a very gruesome and heartbreaking and ugly incident took place yesterday in the University of Benin, UNIBEN, where a man was unalive, a young boy that was driving out with his GLK, driving out of the school campus, was unalive by some unknown gunmen. And funnily enough, this took place just few miles away from the security checkpoint at the main gates. If you have been to main gate before, you know that there's always a security checkpoint when you are entering. And when you are coming out, the security checkpoints, there's something to give you when you're entering, like more or less like a pass, small card, when you're entering, and when you're still coming out, as we are driving, not for those of us using leg. So if you be tracker, they're not giving this with you, follow the small gates. So when I'm talking of those people driving, when you're driving in, they give you a security card. And when you're still coming out, you give them that same small card when you're leaving. So now, this boy drove out, just few miles from the place where I believe he has already dropped his security card or security pass. He was attacked, he was ambushed, and was shot right there. And yet the security of UNIBEN, the UNIBEN security, did not make any attempt to repair the attack. It's a big shame to the UNIBEN authority. To the full UNIBEN management, it's a big shame, because that shows that even the students there are not even safe under your care. It's a big shame. Why on earth will a big school like UNIBEN not have CCTV footage of what happened yesterday? Because now they are unable to really provide any concrete lead to what actually transpired yesterday. Like nothing, no arrest has been made in relation to this ugly incident that took place yesterday. And this happened under your watch. Your security men were there, like close to the place where it happened, doing their check-in and check-out pass to those vehicles that are entering and coming out. And yet, nothing was done. The boys that did that could not be apprehended. Such a big shame. A very big shame. And UNIBEN now released a press statement yesterday trying to distance themselves from what happened, saying that no staff or students was involved in it, that none of them was injured or shot during the process, during the open fire. And they said that the whole incident took place outside the campus. Now, let me ask you a question, a very quick one. That ugly incident that happened yesterday, even though we know it happened outside the main gate, but it was still within the school premises. It was still within the school premises. So it's not as if the person has already crossed to the other side of the road, where you now say, okay, that one is no longer your concern anymore. This was still within. That was like the school walkway. That was like more or less like the walkway where people do drive past when they leave, immediately they leave the school gates. If bus drivers are parking wrongly at this front of the entrance of the main gate, that leads to the main gate, these same security men are the ones that usually drive them off, telling them that this is the school entrance and gates, leave there. So if you are not saying that it's outside the school campus that this happened, going by your press release, so why do your security men always try to coordinate drivers who are parking wrongly at that entrance? So this is the part to me that does not make sense. And this shows a failure in the security apparatus of UNIBEN. It shows a failure, a big failure, because you need to see the video. I was weeping when I saw that video yesterday. Like, it was heartbreaking. Like, things are really getting bad in this country. Things are going bad. Things are going from bad to worse in this country. That very incident that happened yesterday, I don't think it was 1 minute or 2 minutes that thing happened, because we needed to see the video. Like, the windscreen of this GLK was completely scattered with bullets. And the boy, the victim, which they came for, that they said it was one person that was inside the vehicle, I mean two. I think they said the boy driving and the girl were inside the vehicle together. The information has it that the girl was shot on the head and they said they rushed her to hospital already, to EBTH, and whether she's responding to treatment or not is what we are still unable to ascertain. But nothing was done by the security of UNIBEN. The security personnel in UNIBEN did absolutely nothing to avert this. Nothing was done. That's negligence. This was a security lapse on the part of UNIBEN. I think UNIBEN have to strengthen their security, because this thing is happening every now and then. Even before, there are videos, previous times, where you see they will even go inside the campus and go and unalive a student graduating. This has been happening for a very long time under the previous administration. And when this current VC came, I was thinking it was going to put a stop to it and put in security measures and see a way to curb this kind of nefarious activities going on within the campus. But unfortunately, nothing has been done. It's still same old stories. That in 2026, such a very sad incident is still happening in UNIBEN. It's really painful. Before this very thing happened, I think that was on Saturday, but this incident where this guy was shot dead happened on Sunday. I think on Saturday, like 2 days ago, a video also surfaced where they were beating up a boy some boys gathered and were beating up a boy, and I don't really know what transpired. I was hearing that the guy was trying to take somebody else's phone and stuff like that. And there, all of a sudden, you saw a boy went and root cutlass out and was trying to cut the other guy. All these things happening, and funnily enough, an armed security man was there, UNIBEN security man, and he did nothing about it. Neither did even call for backup from other security personnel to come and address the issue and know what is causing that chaos or causing that fracas between the students or the boys that were there. The security man just felt unconcerned. He even walked away from where the thing was happening. Is this kind of security personnel we have in UNIBEN these days that don't show concern about the welfare and well-being of the students? They just take things trivial. That security personnel, in the video I saw that happened on Saturday where boys were fighting, where they were trying to beat up the boy, that security man by now also have been sacked or queried by the school authority, because that is a clear act of unprofessionalism. Because for you to just turn blind eyes to what was happening right there at your presence, and you are the security officer of that campus, and you just feel unconcerned. So let's assume now that the cutlass they were trying to use to cut that guy, they cut the guy on the wrong place. That would have been the first maybe death recorded, or the first ugly incident that would have been recorded before even the second one happened on Sunday. Why? What is really happening? You are talking about this one and another one is happening. What is the problem? UNIBEN, please, you people can do better. You can do better, because this thing is really getting out of hand. Like, it's getting out of hand. You people are not doing anything to secure these students. You people are not doing anything. Let's not lie that you people are not doing enough. You people are not doing anything. It's not as if you're not doing enough. You're not doing anything. But if you are doing something, we should be seeing it. Nowadays, now news has it having people going for night classes. Nowadays, if you're not careful, you can go for night class with your phone and not come back with your phone. The school campus is not safe anymore. During daytime, it's not safe. At night, it's the worst. You're complaining about the Nigerian government and the school authority. The small administration you're supposed to see have a level of control over. You can't. You can't. In as much as you are blaming the Nigerian government for the insecurity happening in Nigeria, but this one now is within the school community, the school campus, and they have their own government there, headed by the VC, that is supposed to ensure that he safeguards the life of every student. But that's not the case in the case of UNIBEN. Now, for that very issue that played out yesterday, where that boy was unalive, people are speculating that it might either be a court-related issue or might be an Asaman issue, like a transaction gone wrong. Maybe the guy don't go that person money. You understand? He don't go that person money. So say the money there for us, and you know this your boys not be everybody they get the patience. So head on this period. So say you don't manage now, and clients when I know see they have to see. So and as such now, you don't manage, feel also. God can bless you once a year. See I don't pay you finish now. I know how many months you don't deal without getting a paying CL. You don't get paying CL and I don't pay you finish. As I'm they tell you say the money don't die for us. Say maybe you send a receipt, and maybe even the CL now it don't even block you. When you say you know if you won't see receipt, and they tell you say without not see receipt. So won't they no I want to track your transaction, so that money don't go. You see all those can't talk not clear. So those things now, those transactions go wrong. So PC join part of the things that make this guy don't go 6 feet now. But it's very wrong. At least you're not supposed to take anybody's life because of any transaction at all. One I don't do. Because now, if you take the person life because of transaction I don't do, say the person that your money, now you make you can't go in the life. Would that bring your money? No matter the millions that person is when you, if you kill her, you know see the money. The money don't go, it don't go. The money go with the person to the grave beyond. So that is not even the way out. That is not the way out. So I totally condemn this thing that has been done to this guy. If it's an asa matter or any court-related matter, it's totally wrong. Nobody should be treated this way. Like nobody, like regardless of whatever the person might have done in terms of transaction or failing to keep to his own promise. No, it's totally unacceptable. And I totally condemn this out. And I want the police to immediately swing into action and carry out proper investigation to ensure that those people that perpetrated that ugly act must be brought to book. And the UNIBEN security too, the UNIBEN authority, people, in fact, I believe that people should be hiding your head in shame by now. People should be hiding your head in shame, because for this thing to happen within your premises, like to happen under your nose, under your watch, and you people did nothing. I don't understand. How was security men? How were they like? They just the year gone, bullet, they just log it. I'm trying to process everything in my head because it's not making sense to me. Only for them to be coming out and trying to distance themselves from me that the boy that this thing happened to was not their student and all those things. And now news has it that even the boy that this thing happened to was with ID card and some other things that shows that he's possibly a UNIBEN student, a part-time UNIBEN student that was coming out from the exam hall, going back home when this ugly incident befell him. But UNIBEN always could always deny the obvious, even when it is obvious. Please, Mr. VC and the UNIBEN authority, people can do better. Strengthen your security. Strengthen your security. A lot is happening. A lot is happening. I've heard a whole lot. The fact that I've not been making videos for things really happening there, does not mean that I'm not hearing what is happening. There are lots of things, ugly things, incidents that are going on there that sometimes we just choose to ignore. But this one is something that is really bad, and I'm calling on the UNIBEN authority to immediately run a quick investigation on all the security officials, all those that were on duty at that main gate on that very day that this ugly incident happened. All of them should be sanctioned and queried. Let's assume now that as this sporadic shooting was going on, let's assume that students were passing by, because that's the front of UNIBEN main gate, and students always pass there to and fro. And it's even Sunday, maybe coming back from church and trying to access their hostel, going back to hostel. And now let's now assume that as they were passing, they were not hit by a stray bullet. What would the UNIBEN authority have to say concerning that, assuming it has happened that way? Or because of lack of security, lack of proper security system within the school campus. So please, current University of Benin, please, I want you to immediately strengthen the security apparatus of that university. Not all those ones carrying stick. You see UNIBEN security, ordinary small banger that you shoot, all of them will go ahead. That's not the kind of security. You know the state of the country right now. You're not supposed to be having all those security men that you give stick and one wood to hold and go and stay at the main gate. That's not the kind of security you should have. You're supposed to, if you people say you don't want police and you don't want soldier, you're supposed to have some trained armed security officials that people will have guarding the school premises to avoid all these things from happening. You don't want police. You say you can protect yourself by yourself. You can protect your school community by yourself. You don't want police. You don't want soldiers. But the so-called security officials you have within your campus are not well trained, are not well equipped to be able to secure and safeguard the staff and students of the university. Even this morning, a few hours ago, I heard the chairman of the anti-court committee of UNIBEN, the chairman has resigned. He tendered his resignation to the vice chancellor because he said that he has been making proposals to the VC of UNIBEN on ways they can strengthen the security in UNIBEN. But the UNIBEN authority has been paying deaf ears to all his suggestions and all the proposals he has been bringing to the table. He said, if assuming they have heeded to his advice and the security warning that he has been given on how they can combat courtism and courtist-related activities within the campus and bring about proper safety of the lives and students of UNIBEN, that if assuming those suggestions were implemented in time, that it would have averted these ugly incidents that happened. And to show his protest or his displeasure over what happened yesterday, that was why he tendered his resignation. So please, the UNIBEN VC, from all this that is happening, it shows that you are not doing enough to protect the student community. UNIBEN is no longer a safe place. Now that is the reality of things. Your safety as a student is no longer guaranteed. So please, if you're a student of UNIBEN watching this video, please always be on the alert. Always be on the alert. So don't have this overconfidence whenever you're within the campus. Nothing they happen. No, Baba, something they happen. So please, just be wise and stay safe out there. If you are a student of UNIBEN watching this video, please be wise and stay safe out there. You doing as a matter, please. I use the name of God to beg you, please. Don't take people's money. It's not smartness. So as a matter, don't send many people go meet their creator. More like people have been, because you know that we are in a world where evil has filled the heart of so many. If this particular unaliving of this guy is related to Asa, I don't know whether it's called related to Asa, but if it's related to transaction gone wrong, which is the Asa man, if it's an Asa man that died somebody's money, that thing I see it as greed. Because you as an Asa man, certainly you're going to have your own percentage. Pick out again, you Asa man will get you. So now, why would you not decide to still want to eat everything? You want to have everything all to yourself, neglecting the sweat of this other person that has been chatting the work and trying to make sure that this CLPs, you don't pay finish now. You want to come like say monkey the work and put the chop. Not everybody want to take that thing. I never can tell the heights to which some people can want to revenge, or some people might want to actually get back at you for dying their money. People should stay out for. I don't allow greed to send you to another place where you're not supposed to be. Please. And for those passenger princess, should I don't learn I don't learn lesson. Every day will say, now learn new things. Sure, I don't see this one. This one learn new things in the hard way. You see, you want to follow JK boys. You want to follow JK boy. You want born now. That front seat. You can't stay front seat. Shine your two teeth. Like rabbit on the fire. Sure, you don't see now. I don't see and say, not be all things when they glitter, not be good though. So shine your eye. You won't like to. You always the drag for front seat. Passenger princess. Please, I think this should really teach you a lesson. Not be everywhere that you follow. You want follow boy go this one. You want follow boy go that one. You want to follow the boy everywhere. You don't get car now. You want to associate with him. So I don't know, say your boyfriend then get this car now. Your boyfriend guide. And let's all continue to pray that we don't go and enter into the vehicle of somebody that has been destined to encounter evil or calamity, stay safe and stay out of trouble. To enter keke and be alive, it's better than for you to go and be dragging for front seat in a JK, and at the end of the day, you are not able to get to your destination, or you are now unfortunately a victim of circumstance. And they say the trending thing now for social media. I know this our generation, but we take everything for cruise. We take everything to play. At the year and I say, avoid Webby and avoid JK boys. There's a little sense in it, in that avoid Webby, because of what we saw that happened to Ugidi in Delta State, that police brutality. Then this one now, avoid JK boys, was the one that happened in UNIBEN yesterday. So that one, but I know say even with this one now, many guests not still want to hear what to that front seat or nothing, and you not get what you wanted. So please, but that one is, in as much as the thing is like funny, is very hilarious, but there is still little sense in that. It doesn't mean you should really avoid the jerky boys as per se, but it's just trying to tell you that it's not every flashy thing that you just run after. Like, you don't know that you're dating as a man. Know what you're in for. Because when you boss, just say, as you teach up the money, and you and two, please still give account when anything play out. So please, one love. So please do well to share this video. Let's get across to all the students of UNIBEN, and even people that you know that are alumni, and even to your friends and family, so that everybody will be on the security alert and stay safe out there. This period, anyway, waka again, use sense waka, life na brain. Thank you, peace out.